I think Chris and Dominique did a wonderful job on her palette. Formula is absolutely beautiful, and they literally just blend so easily on your skin.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So, guys, oh my god, so for today's video, oh my god, I'm just way too excited. I'll be reviewing the new Dominique Cosmetics The Moment collection. So you guys want to see what this is all about, what my thoughts are, and how you guys can get your hands on it? Well, then definitely keep watching. Dude, this is just such a moment for me. Like, oh, I'm gonna get emotional. I didn't think I was gonna get emotional, but and it's raining so hard outside, so just like adding to the ambiance. But I don't know. It is just such a full circle moment for me, right? Like my very first YouTube review, very first palette I ever bought from an influencer, and my third video ever on YouTube was reviewing the Kristen Dominique's Latte palette. And when she reached out and asked if she could send this to me, I was like it is just such a full circle moment, because I'll never forget just sitting there in my living room with my iPhone 7 and just a ring light and I think a curtain behind me, like a sheet, and I reviewed that palette. And oh my god, when I reviewed it, I actually tagged Kristen in the review, and she commented and responded to me in my DM and said how much she loved it, and she was just so grateful. And I was just like, oh my god, she's so sweet. And I fell in love with Dominique Cosmetics, and I own every single one of her palettes. And oh my god, when I met her in LA, y'all, I was so nervous. You guys have no idea. I was so nervous. I wasn't even nervous to meet Manny, right? I was really nervous to meet Kristen, because I was like, oh, this is Kristen Dominique. And I've said this in my video before, but I'm not kidding when I say, you guys think she's gorgeous in pictures? My god, you have got to see her in person. She truly is a goddess. And I was like, I look like a troll sitting next to you because of how unbelievably gorgeous she is. And she was so kind and very welcoming. And Manny and I were making fun of how horrible my first review of her collection was and my eye look. And I was telling her about that, and she was like, don't worry, we all started off somewhere, right? She made me feel so much better about it. But it's just such a full circle moment to have a PR package from Dominique Cosmetics, because I don't know, didn't think that would ever happen. So I'm trying really hard not to cry. I cry a lot on my channel, surprisingly, but I'm trying really hard not to cry. I'm just so I don't know. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy because I don't know. I just want to go back and hug her. I just want to hug that girl and be like, you did it. So anyway, we're gonna not cry because it's a review and we don't need to be crying over a damn review. But I'm just way too excited. So this is the PR package, and I just wanted to pull your shit together, Allie. Okay. Pull your shit together. Okay. This is the PR package. So on the inside, it said, it's your moment. Letting go is the key to happiness. It's so true. So there's a little card right here, and it said, what is it? It says, cheers to you. Pour a glass of something sparkly. I do coffee. And turn up your favorite playlist and open up this life of the party palette. Whether you're celebrating a huge milestone or just making the most of any day, get ready with these 10 ultra pigmented blendable shades, including midnight blue, dreamy turquoise, golden shimmers, and smoky mattes. Let the moment inspire you to step into the spotlight and embrace the journey. Letting go is the key to happiness. This palette retails for $49, and the Everlasting Eye Base retails for $12, and it's going to be available tomorrow, March 25th at DominiqueCosmetics.com, and I'm reviewing something before it comes out. Shit. Okay, there's also a little insert right here. Oh, this girl's gorgeous. So, oh wow, that's a really pretty card. It says, hey babe, you have an eye for greatness too. So you have an eye for greatness. So show the world who we're working with. We hope you love everything and more. Can't wait to see you be the trending topic. Get it, babe. So if you guys use the code Dominique at Miss Lola, you guys can actually save some coin. So let's open this up. Oh my god. There's like stuff in here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is like a legit PR package. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This just doesn't happen for me. Bitch, stop. Okay. So first we have the Dominique Cosmetics The Moment palette. Do you guys like see how gorgeous this is? Like, oh, this is such a gorgeous palette. Oh my god. Oh, I do. You guys know how much I love Dominique Cosmetics. And like this packaging is just, it's so damn beautiful. And since I have every single one of her palettes, I could do a ranking video because I own every single one. You guys know I do love Dominique Cosmetics. I just have to look at this palette because the palette is just, oh, it's so pretty. Oh, bitch. You guys know I cannot wait to dive into this palette and play with these blues and these golds. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, there's also the eye base right here. This is a new product to Dominique Cosmetics. This is a 24-hour crease proofing eye base. So definitely have to put that to the test today. Up in here. Oh my god. Okay, so first there's this bag. This is so pretty. Oh my god. What the heck? And there's like stuff in here. What? Oh, it's like a little chain so you can put it on the purse. Oh my god. This is so cool. What the heck? Oh my god. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to keep saying, oh my god. And I'm so full of emotions right now. This is just so pretty. This is so cool. And then there's also some necklaces in here. Oh my, or earrings actually. Oh my god, these earrings are so long. Let's try them out. I don't think I've ever wore long earrings like this before. Okay, so this is from Miss Lola. And like I said, if you guys use code Dominique, you guys can save some coin off Miss Lola. I'll make sure I link everything down below, but we just got to see like what I would look like in these earrings. Oh shit. Okay, so the only thing is I did have gauges, so my ear hole is a little stretched because I did have gauges, but let's try this out. Oh my god. Yo, oh my god, you guys see that shine on my face? Like, this is actually really cool. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, and there's also another one in here, and it's gold. I do have a really soft spot for gold, which is so weird because I used to like hate gold growing up, and like now I'm obsessed. Oh my god, these are so damn pretty. Whoa, this is just so cool, and it's so intense. I feel like so fancy. I feel so fancy wearing something like this. Wow. Thank you guys so much. I'm just, wow. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. So let's go ahead and dive into the moment. First off, I will say that the unicorn, oh, it's so beautiful. It does have that beautiful like oceany pool vibes. It's really beautiful for the spring summer season, and when I see this, all I want to do is just go play. All I want to do is just go jump in the pool, but like since it's pouring rain outside, I obviously can't do it. I mean, I could, but it won't be that fun. But that's what this reminds me of. It's just like that. But when you actually look at the palette itself, I love how this palette looks. Like first off, the outside packaging matches the unicorn, which I really do appreciate, but then when you open it up on the inside, like just look at these shades right here. They are beautiful shades. This could be an everyday neutral palette as well as a perfect spring and summer palette. Do you guys see those shimmers? I have talked about how Dominique Cosmetics has amazing, amazing shimmers. Like in her latte palette, oh my god, like that palette is so dirty, by the way, that it's a white palette, and I don't know, somehow I always end up getting things really dirty, but you know, the shimmers in there are so beautiful. I think it's because she used pearls in her shimmers, so it really makes them stand out, and they're so creamy and buttery. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all these shades, and then we're just gonna dive into this eyeshadow palette, try out the eye base, and yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, the colors right here, the very first shade we have is Stepping Out. Memorize, which like this beautiful duochrome shift to it. That is gorgeous. Followed by Life the Party, Dinero, La Noche, Elevated, Essential, this beautiful creamy, like creamy white tan, Embrace, After Hours, and Midnight Haze. I think this might be one of the first times I've seen like a duochrome inside her collection. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. We're going to get this eye look started. And I'm going to let you guys know what my thoughts are on the Moment palette. Okay guys, so we're going to go into the Imagine It Created. This is the Everlasting Eye Base in the shade Nude. And we're going to put that all over the lid. I'm still just so excited. Oh, I'm still just so excited. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit on my hand. There is the Everlasting Nude Base. I'm gonna take it on a brush and we're gonna start to just lay that all over the lid. I'm gonna try something a little different today. Well, it's not really different, but like I don't really do this. I'm gonna do an eye of like all shimmers. And the reason why I'm gonna say all shimmers is because there are 3 shades that I just truly cannot decide what to play with. So I'm gonna hope this eye look works and we're just gonna live in the moment. And we're gonna make this work because I just really want to play with some of these shimmers. And the mattes are really beautiful, don't get me wrong, but since it's like a gloomy, rainy day outside, I just want to have pops of color that just make me feel good, look good, and I absolutely am obsessed with I'm actually obsessed with Dominique Cosmetics Shimmers formulas. So I'm gonna lay this all over the eye. I kind of put on way too much, which is fine because we're gonna take it and we're just going to kind of push that in. And they actually did a tutorial on the Dominique Cosmetics Instagram where they show what the shimmer shades look like by themselves and then like what they look like on top of the eye base. They just definitely have more pop on top of the eye base. So I'm really excited to play with them today because I just feel like these are just such beautiful colors. The shade Memorize, oh my god, it is just so freaking pretty. And I obviously can't stop staring at it. So it's like, no wonder why it's called Memorize, because it's memorizing. Okay, let's hope this works. But we're going to go into the shade Dinero. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I am. And we're actually going to place this in the inner corner. So I cannot believe that I'm reviewing a product that Kristen Dominique sent to me. Like, this is, to me, is just so insane because when I first reviewed the Latte palette, oh god, I haven't watched that video in so long, and I'm actually going to do a reaction to that video because whenever I hit 40,000 subscribers, I figured why not like react to my 4th video on YouTube. And technically it's my 3rd video, but it's my 4th because I remember my very like first YouTube video was me doing like, I don't know, Kylie Cosmetics, like talking about like an order gone wrong, but I don't really count that. So technically it's my 3rd, but I would love to do a recreation of that video. I have not watched it. I'm too nervous to watch it because I know like how cringy it is because it was my 3rd video. It was my first time doing a review. My first video was doing like a recreating Robert Christie makeup look. Second one was how to put on false lashes, which I kept saying fake false lashes like an idiot. And then then it was the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Memorize to put right next to it. This shade is just, oh my god, it is just so stunning. I can't get over how beautiful this is. But legit, I remember I was in Maine, and I remember being in Maine, and I remember legit, I can't believe, like, I reviewed that palette. I remember being in Maine when that palette actually launched. I woke up super early to make sure I got my hands on it. Her palette was my motivation to get my channel going, but I just had to wait for it to come in. So I did like 2 videos prior to that. But when that came in, I was so excited. The intro, oh, I remember the intro being so cringy. I did like that slow motion, like, ooh, look at the eye look. And like, oh, the lashes weren't on right. And oh, it's just so bad. And I loved that palette so much. I used it every single day. And I wasn't one to wear makeup to work really that often just because whenever you're serving food, I don't know, you're sweating, you run around. The last thing I cared about was putting on makeup, right? But I wore that palette every day. I was so obsessed with that. And that was like a big purchase for me because I never bought a palette like that before, right? And I never bought an influencer palette. And then shortly after I did hers, I ended up buying the Laura Lee Cat's Pajamas. But I was just like so impressed with the quality. And I just remember being so happy that, oh my God, I got Kristen Dominique, because I discovered her, I think when she was doing like Halloween looks. I remember like seeing like a Monster High look. That's like, I think when I discovered Kristen, and that's when she was still going to like an Ipsy studio to like film her YouTube videos. And I discovered her. I discovered Katie at the time and Laura Lee. And then eventually I found Robert Christie and Jaclyn Hill right after. But I remember those girls were the first YouTubers I watched when it came to makeup, and I was just so like obsessed with like watching it. Like I was learning all these different techniques and tricks, and I was like, I can't do my makeup as pretty as Kristen does, because Kristen just does pretty makeup. So you guys can just imagine I was, you know, trying to be really cool at the event, just like be chill, but on the inside I was like, oh my god, this is Kristen Dominique. You know? And I even said it to Manny. I was like, Manny, it's Kristen Dominique. He goes, yeah, I know, that's my friend. I'm like, oh, I know. Be like, cool. Be cool. You know? It was just hard, but she was so beautiful and so freaking sweet. Do you guys see how beautiful that shade is? So, like I said, we're gonna do all shimmers. I'm gonna do matte, like on the waterline right here, and I'm gonna blend it out probably with the shade Embrace. But I really just kind of want to do like a lid of all shimmers, because like, why not? So I'm gonna go into Life of the Party, because I feel like the shade really will be the life of the party, and it is such a beautiful shade. I have to play with the blues to honor the palette. So we're gonna start to just lay that down right here, and we're gonna make this look work. Now, one of the things I do love about her formula is I could tell how well a shimmer is based upon application with a finger. Like some people like applying shimmers with like a wet brush, a dry brush. I love applying it with a finger. I feel like I just have so much more control that way. And I could tell a shimmer's quality based upon how it lays down with a finger. And like, do I need to say more? Then I remember I never did review the Lemonade collection. I think at that time I was taking a break from YouTube when that came out. But I remember when that came out, there I guess was some issues with some of the shades that I love the way the company handled it. They just sent everybody a brand new palette who bought the collection. So I remember I got 2 of them, and I was just so blown away that I had given it to a friend at the time. Like, hey, my first palette is perfectly fine. And I remember my husband Corey actually bought me that collection. He was so happy. He was like, I'm so excited, because he's like, he knew I was just like really getting into YouTube and getting into makeup, and he just really wanted to like do something very sweet for me. So he figured, why not buy Kristen Dominique's collection for me? So he bought the Lemonade collection, which came with the eyeshadow palette and 4 of the lip glosses. And it was just such a sweet moment. I still have all that sitting right there, just because I really, you know, I have such good memories of it. I appreciated it. All right, next we're gonna go into Midnight Haze right here. And then we're gonna like really start to blend these out. These are beautiful shades. Like, holy crap. I feel like I'm rocking like a beachy vibe on my lid right now. And you guys know I have a soft spot for colors. You guys know how much I love my colors. Don't get me wrong, I'm really into neutrals a lot lately, but there's just something about colors that I'm just obsessed with. Okay, so now that that's laid down, I think it's actually really pretty. It really kind of reminds me of the beach. Like I feel like I'm rocking like, you know, the sand, the little shallow water going into deeper water. Like, oh my god, that's actually really pretty. So now we're gonna take a brush. I am going to take a really small brush. Then I'm gonna go into the shade Embrace right here. I'm gonna tap it on this brush. And I feel like this is just gonna be a really beautiful like inner corner shade, or a really great transition shade. And I'm gonna start to just take this shade, and I'm just gonna really start to just buff this over here to make sure that these look blended. Only because I'm not working with any mattes on top of my lid. I just wanna make sure that the shimmers look as blended as possible. Just so it doesn't look so messy. This is usually what I do whenever I am unsure if it looks blended or not. I usually take setting powder, and I go in with setting powder on top of my shimmers or on top of my mattes, and I really help to blend it out, because I feel like it just helps make it look more diffused. So the fact that she already put like a kind of a shade that's just similar to that in here is perfection. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, then we're gonna come back and do the under eye together, and I'm gonna kind of diffuse this just a little bit, but this is how the eye look so far. I think it's really beautiful, and I really love how well these shimmers I really love how well these shimmers are complementing each other. Like they really are complementing each other so well. And it was so hard for me because I was sitting here just staring at the palette for so long going, what do I do? Because of course, I could have played with this beautiful stepping out shade. You guys don't know how much I do love like my olive greens. And the shade Memorize, De Niro, and Stepping Out would have been a beautiful eyelid combination, like hands down stunning. But I wanted to really play with the blues in here as well, and blues complement gold very well. So why not kind of incorporate all my favorite shimmers, because these are just like, they're just so pretty. I'm excited. Okay, so typically whenever I do reviews of like an influencer palette, I mean like literally go back and watch any of my Manny ones. I'm not kidding. I butcher my eye looks and I mess up. I don't know if it's just because I'm scared, I'm nervous. I don't know why, but I always end up fucking up my eye look. And today I feel like I'm doing this palette justice for once. I think it's because I just know I need to do that I need to do Allie like 4 years ago justice. I need to give her justice that she deserves to, you know, have this moment for herself. So anyway, I'm gonna go do the other eye off camera, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that the eyes are on, I am loving this so much. I think it's just so pretty, and it's very, very summery and springy, and I'm obsessed. Okay, so we're gonna go into the shade Essential, and we're gonna put that as my waterline. I really hope this works out because it is brown, but I do want to play with the match just a little bit. So we're gonna go into the shade Essential. Now I actually did use the shade La Noche right here to do my waterline, my upper waterline, so I can blend my lashes with my falsies. So I actually really do like that shade. So we're gonna go into Essential, very lightly just tap that in. And we are just going to lightly place this right here and hope this works out. I don't know. What if I do something a little different and I take the shade After Hours right here and I take it on this like little flat definer brush, and I also kind of like mix that on, mix it onto the brown just a little bit. Oh, that's kind of pretty. It's like a goldy brown. Oh, I kind of like that. I do. Okay, cool. This is definitely a very gorgeous palette. I'm really in love with it. I just really love how it's just truly like that beautiful summer spring palette, and it makes me want to go to the beach. It makes me want to go outside and lay by the pool on a sunny day and not on a day that's like raining like this. Also, I know you guys have been like looking at my eye. My eye's definitely getting better than what it was. It's still not fully healed, but it's just the joys of being hit in the face with a ball. And I've had some of you guys in my comment section saying, is that what really happened? You know, no, for real, that's what really happened. We play with our dogs every single day, and I just wasn't paying attention. And oh my God, Corey felt so bad. He felt so bad. Like he was literally almost in tears for how bad he felt because he accidentally hit me in the face with the ball. And then like he was icing my face. He was like making me dinner, and he was getting me like Advil, and he was just being so sweet and kind because you could generally tell that he felt bad. At first he was like, oh, you know, it's no big deal. But then when he really saw that my eye was like bleeding and started getting really bruising, he was like, oh, I'm so horrible. I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, it's okay. Shit happens. Okay, so now that this is laid down, there's definitely some fallout with that last shade. Just a little bit, not too much, but there's definitely some glitter fallout. So I'm just kind of in debate whether I should do a black liner or a white liner. I just don't know what will complement this more. I really just can't tell, but I really am liking how this is turning out. So let me go ahead and finish the rest of the face off camera, and then we're gonna come back and give you guys my final thoughts on the Moment palette from Dominique Cosmetics. Alrighty guys, and this is the final look. I decided to go with white because I just feel like it really complemented the blues and the golds and like the memorized shade a lot, and it just really gives me that summer beachy vibe. So what are my thoughts on the new Dominique Cosmetics The Moment palette? Well, one, I'm so excited to see her incorporate more colors into her collection because a lot of her colors lately have been very neutral, very soft glam focus, and for someone like me who loves color, it's really nice to see her branch out and do some more color into her line, because I know like her Celestial Storm, she had a lot of colors there. She did have some pops of color in Latte 2 and in Latte palette, but like I know her Coral palette and her Transition palette and like her Sweater palette definitely was more around the neutral base, which is amazing, but at the same time I do have a soft spot for colors. So I definitely really think this is such a beautiful palette. One, I think the unicarton is just so beautiful. Like I just love the vibes. It's such a pretty concept, and it definitely is a little bit different than her other palettes for sure. I just love the water feel to it. It just makes me want to go to like the beach and the pool and have like a nice pina colada in my hand. It really gives me that summery spring vibes. And then when you look at the palette itself, I love the fact that you can do so much of this palette. Like you can obviously do fun creative pops of colors with this, as well as do a lot of neutral colors with this as well. So she really does cater both to the people who love neutrals and to people that love colors, and I really do appreciate that factor. Now I will definitely say there are more shimmers in this palette than there are mattes. There are 5 shimmers and there are 4 mattes, and then you have this one right here, which is kind of a matte, kind of a shimmer. It's kind of like the in-between of both, but it's really beautiful. My favorite shade is the shade Memorize. I can't get over how gorgeous this shade is. This is a duochrome, and it just works so beautifully with the blues and with the golds. Like, this is a very universal shade in this palette. Like, you can use this to go along with any shade that you see here. This will literally match the browns, the greens, the blues, the golds, the blacks. Like, it literally complements every single shade. And the best part is the way that it blends with those shades, because when I blended with the gold, it definitely had more of a gold undertone, but when I blended it with the blue, it definitely brought up the blues and the greens in this shade as well. It's truly a stunning shade. It's probably my favorite one in this palette, followed by the shade Dinero. This is a beautiful gold, and this one right here, Life of the Party, this is stunning. I love it, and I really want to play with this shade next, called Stepping Out, because this is going to be a beautiful olive green, which I love so much. So overall, I would definitely say this formula is a little different compared to her other formula. I noticed the ones like with the Latte palette have just a different texture to it, different feel. This has a little bit more of like a harder feel. I don't know how to describe it other than it just feels not as creamy and buttery as her other ones do. Other ones have definitely more of a softer, creamier, butterier vibe. However, they blend beautifully. So they're not as soft when you swatch your fingers in here, but they have more of a pigment to them. So probably that's why it's a little bit different, is because of the color and the pigment that's put in here. The way that it's designed, I think it's probably designed to pout, to give you guys more of that pout in your face. That's probably why it feels just a little bit different when it comes to texture, but it still performs beautifully. I still really do enjoy it. It blended out really nicely with all the other shimmers, and when I put that shade right here, Embrace, on top, it blended out really nicely with that. So it's something I did notice between her first palette to this palette, just that the shimmers do feel just a little different, but not in a bad way. They just feel not as creamy and buttery on the finger, but they still blend out beautifully on the eye, which I really do appreciate. Then we do have the matte shades. The mattes are beautiful. They lay down really nicely. I really like the shade Essential, and blending it out with that After Hours shade underneath my waterline was just so much fun. I really gave it like that extra pop. This was a beautiful shade to lay down in like my waterline up top, so I can sit there and blend it with my lashes, and I love it, guys. I'm really feeling the vibes of this palette. It is a beautiful summer palette. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than it's so beautiful. Like, I love the eye look that I created. Like, it just looks so beautiful, and it blends really well into each other, and just kind of, I don't know, it's such a vibe. It's such a vibe. So I really do love this palette. It retails for $49 for 10 shade, which is a phenomenal price point. Like, in reality, that's a phenomenal price point for this palette, and I definitely think it's well worth it. And it's going to launch tomorrow, the 25th, at dominiquecosmetics.com, and I'm so excited I got to play with it, because I was going to buy it too. So that is really, really exciting. I really do love that palette. Kristen, you guys did a great job at capturing the blues and the turquoise and the gold, and it just made me really feel like in this moment. I really do enjoy that. Also, she has a new eye base right here, and this eye base does retail for $12, and it is a 24-hour crease-proof eye base. It is in a nude shade, and it laid down really nicely, very easy to blend, and I noticed that the shimmers went on beautifully on top of it. So I'm definitely gonna have to keep playing around with this for a while to really tell you guys my full opinion on this, but upon first impression, it laid down beautifully. The shimmers had such a pop with them, and they worked really well. I liked how it didn't crease when I applied it, and typically I use my P. Louise setting base, and that sometimes can make my shadows a little bit harder to blend depending if I put it on too soon or too late. This was really nice to work with, so I really do appreciate that factor, and I'm really excited to keep using this. Thank you guys so much. This is so exciting. I'll make sure I linked everything about this down below. I'll also make sure I link Miss Lola down below. Make sure you guys use Kristen's code Dominique so you guys can save 10% if you guys want to check out some jewelry and some bags. And yeah, congratulations, Kristen. This is going to be an epic launch. I just know it, and I love what I created. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you do, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos a week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, Are for Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures with my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, a huge thank you goes to all these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, just thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye. Dominique Cosmetics. Hey guys. Oh. So this palette actually retails for $40. The Everlasting Eye Base does retail for $20. I am enjoying it. It was very Oop, ColourPop. Okay. All right, guys. So like I was saying, I'm sorry, ColourPop just popped up for the Avatar collection. I had to get it. Congratulations. Yeah.